4 days ago, I did a video telling you how Spartanburg County Sheriff Chuck Wright had been using the government's credit card to pay for his personal expenses, and how Sheriff Wright said that was just a misunderstanding because my debit card and the government card are both red, and how the county council said it was a misunderstanding. We're going to let you pay that money back and decide how much of that $50,000 you are going to pay back, of which he paid back $1,100. So 2 days ago, a former employee of Sheriff Wright's filed suit against him for wrongful termination and defamation of character. To understand this lawsuit, you first have to understand that Sheriff Wright hired his own son as a part-time deputy with the Sheriff's Department. Now, according to ethical rules, you cannot hire your own family members to a position that you supervise. You also cannot be in a position of discipline over your own family members. So this got reported to the Ethics Commission, who opened an investigation. I don't know if they've issued a finding yet, but an investigation was open. And to answer that, the sheriff came out and made sure to say, hey, I have given up supervision of him. He will be under the supervision of the chief deputy, and also the chief deputy will handle all of his disciplinary actions, trying to get around those ethical rules. Mind you, this guy had not worked in law enforcement for over 10 months, but he got hired by his daddy. Now, the lawsuit was filed by Jeremy Bird. He's a former first lieutenant serving underneath Sheriff Wright. Now, he says that they terminated him for supporting the sheriff's opponent in the last election. They say they fired him for insubordination. So here's what happened. He says that he was contacted by a couple of different lieutenants asking about the sheriff's son. He told them, don't treat him any differently, treat him like you would anybody else. And that got him investigated. Somebody came up to him and says, you're under investigation, and they interviewed him, and they put him on a lie detector, and then they sent him home on paid leave. They told him when he went home, don't talk about this to anybody else. Don't talk about this investigation or the interview to anybody else. But he admits that he called 3 different lieutenants to say, hey, your name came up and you might be interviewed. But he didn't tell them what happened during that interview. He admitted that. So he got called back in to this investigator, and he said, did you talk to them about this interview? And he admitted that he did, because he didn't think he had done anything wrong. And they fired him for insubordination. Now, the sheriff also made a speech during there to the people in the sheriff's department saying, we had a mole and I found him. That's where your defamation comes in, because he claimed that Jeremy was a mole. All interesting. Get your shit together in the house, Sheriff. Lots of people have asked you to step down. I know you're standing firm, but this is a lot. This is a lot to take in.